Okay, you'll have to excuse the traffic in this video. I'm doing this audio next to a window. Last time I did a storytelling video, when I was recording audio, someone from 1:30 to 5 in the morning was knocking on the door. And I got scared because, you know, that time in the morning, and I didn't want to answer it because I didn't know who it was. But we know who it was now. It was a neighbour who got beat up, who was massively concussed, couldn't even talk because she had lumps on the back of her head, blood running down her nose and mouth, and she had her phone nicked, so she couldn't even call the police. Hope she's doing fine now. So now that's why my mum is sorting out a ring, those doorbell rings with the camera. Anyway, hi, I'm Marty, and today, welcome to episode 24 of this series I do, Storytime, where I tell you a story that actually happened. However, unlike the channel actually happened, my stories are actually true. So last time, I told you about the time I got stuck on my shed roof. That was fucking mental. But do you want to know what else is mental? Dreams. And when I say dreams, I don't mean your future ambitions on what you want to do when you get older. I'm talking about the strange things that your head makes up while you're fast asleep. I think everyone can agree that dreams make you feel very confused.com when you wake up. In one Unis Honest video, Ethan mentioned how he had a dream where his dog Spencer had died. When he woke up, he ran to Spencer, just to make sure it was a dream after all, and it was. And that's because dreams massively fuck with your head. And I am going to be saying the word dream a lot in this video. From changing dialogue to previously heard conversations, to having real life sounds interfere with the dreams. And as far as wet dreams, well, Grade A Under A had already did a video about that subject, link below, so I won't talk about it here, because he can explain better than I ever could. But what I will say is, I've never had a wet dream before, in my life, genuinely. There's a lot of weird facts about dreams, such as pinching or punching yourself is very effective. People who speak multiple language have dreams of multiple language in the dreams. If you smoke weed, you sometimes can't dream. If you look at your hands during a dream, it won't look the same because your brain can't memorize all the lines on your hand. Also, you can't die in your dreams, unless it's a really bad, serious night terror. Not like when you're dreaming that you're falling and then when you land, you wake up, or dreaming about stairs, but be woken up by a leg shake. I hate when that happens. It's dreamception. It could literally be right in front of your face where something is not right, but you don't notice because you don't know you're dreaming until you wake up. Although sometimes you do. Sometimes you can have 2, 3, 4 or 5 dreams in one sleep. And sometimes it can span to over a year, although it's rare to have 5. The reason why dreams happen is because when you're resting and detoxifying, your brain will replay memories in your head, but put a different spin and twist on it. Like those scenes from Inside Out, which can be annoying, because some people don't want to remember their dreams. I'm not one of them though. If anything, I'm the opposite, because once I realise it's a dream, then I'm fine again. You're probably wondering, why did I even bring this up in the first place? Well, and that's because, since New Year's Eve last year, I have been writing my dreams down on Microsoft Word, like a dream journal. Because we're talking 2.5 months worth of dreams, when I started doing this, I knew there was going to be future material for this video that I didn't even know about at the time. However, not all of them are from that amount of time. Some dreams I had in my childhood and stuck out and still remembered to this day. Anyway, enough stalling, let's get on to it with my dreams. Dream number 1. This is the earliest dream I can remember, before Freddy was born. Just a load of Disney characters sitting in a bright rainbowy stage just singing jelly, jelly over and over again while at my grandma and granddad's house in the living room. Dream number 2. It's dark. I'm on my bunk bed when all of a sudden the car advert from K-Fee comes on the telly. This was during the time when I was scared of that advert. So at the time, it was a nightmare trip because the part where the jump scare zombie played by Brad Johnson actually comes out the telly like the little girl from The Ring. We fight for a bit, I run downstairs, he's chasing me. Mum, Dad, Blake and Chloe were downstairs. I managed to kill it off with a rock that we had in the living room for some reason. After all the drama has calmed down, I tried to kill Chloe with the same rock. However, I slowly stopped because I remembered, once you're dead, you never come back ever again. Dream number 3. Not far away from the car park where the cripple fight from South Park took place. I was looking after a load of animals, had to clean up some shit. However, the dream didn't last long because I was woken up by my brother leaving the telly on at night, and Ted 1 was on the telly because I had that dream during when the film was still relatively brand new. Dream number 4. I was going down some grand, posh, green staircases, only to bump into the Go Compare man. But then again, that's as far as it got because, again, I got woke up by Blake's alarm, which I used to be scared of. Dream number 5. I had a dream where there was 2 with me, which on paper sounds fun, but realistically, not that much, apart from my dad moaning about another mouth to feed. Because we was the same person, we didn't get up too much apart from a few pranks. In real life, I asked my cousin, what would you do if there was 2 of me? She said, it would be good news and bad news. And you know what? She's correct. Dream number 6. I constantly used to keep having these dreams where every night before Freddie and Bella were born, me, Chloe, Mum, and Blake and Dad would, and I know this is going to sound like the most ridiculous thing ever, but we would all sit around the living room as a family watching fucking SpongeBob. However, we weren't watching it because we wanted to. We were watching it because we were waiting for something to happen. What was it? A jump scare. Yep, more jump scares. Not even SpongeBob was safe from it. Anyway, I'm sat there dreading for that thing to pop up and scream. But as soon as it did happen, we would all have to leave the living room and go to bed and rinse and repeat every night. I actually had this dream more than once, and it was because of this dream that I couldn't think or watch SpongeBob during bedtime when I was a kid, because back then I used to believe that whatever you think about is what you dream about, which is false. You can't control your dreams. But I didn't know that at the time, so because I used to think that, I couldn't think of SpongeBob. I couldn't think of The Simpsons because I hated that scene from Bart the Daredevil. I couldn't think of Pingu because of that one episode where he had a nightmare. And I couldn't think of any adult shows. You know, the adult shows. The only thing I could think of that I figured was safe from anything bad happening was Horrid Henry. Dream number 7. Speaking of which, who remembers that episode Bart the Daredevil? Because I had a dream where instead of Homer falling down Springfield Gorge, it was Butters from South Park falling down the cliff. Butters replaced Homer. And not only that, but unlike the actual scene where it was very comedic and quick, in Butters' version, it was very long, slow, and dramatic, freaky, and had a lot of slow-mo and sound effects. Dream number 8. I had a dream where I was going to the toilet. Now you may be thinking, dreaming about going toilet? That's alright, what's wrong with that? I'll tell you. Peter from Family Guy once said, when you poo in your dreams, you poo for real. Don't forget, as we've already established, dreams mess with your head, and the fact that I was dreaming about going toilet, my body actually reacted. Just as I released my bladder, I woke up, and I pissed my bed. Fucking fantastic. I asked myself, why did I do that at the age of 12? Dream number 9. I'm round my auntie's house. I need to take a shit. However, the toilet is already covered in other people's shit, both in the bowl and around the seat, and it wasn't even mine. Someone took it upon him or herself to have a shit and not flush the chain. Anyway, normally I would have just left it. However, I was busting. I had to hover over the seat. But then I actually slipped and fell over the big toilet and hurt myself to the point where I was knocked out. Minutes later, I opened my eyes again, and my whole family is crowding over me, asking if I'm okay. In my head, well, this whole scenario was in my head, but in the dream I was thinking to myself, I just want to take a shit. Is that too much to ask? Well, apparently so. Dream number 10. Not far away from where the Christmas episode of Rugrats was taking place, I see the granddad character from The Simpsons, Abraham, sledding down a snowy mountain. Next thing I knew, his right ear is on fire. In the snow? But unfortunately, before it could go any further, I got woke up by my alarm. Dream number 11. In real life, I have Toy Story 1, 2 and 3 on DVD, but this dream, I was watching them on tape versions. That's it. Dream number 12. I'm in a shop in Highcross, and in town, I'm just looking at a couple of bits and bobs. Then, in a not very pleasant surprise, I see my first ex-girlfriend. I tried to avoid her, but unfortunately she saw me. Then we ended up having a massive argument. However, she wouldn't let me speak my piece because she was being a stubborn bitch. She storms off in anger. After the heat is out of the room, I sarcastically said to myself, not letting me have my own opinion. I want to have an opinion. Then I woke up. Dream number 13. Let me give you a little backstory. In real life, back when my grandma and granddad were alive, whenever I would sleep round, I would just watch a load of cartoons in the guest room before going to sleep. Like Family Guy, Mortal Kombat, Defenders of the Realm. Well, because they're both gone now, my brain missed that, so it decided to make up a dream where I was watching The Simpsons in the same room. Very wholesome. Also, how many times are The Simpsons mentioned in this fucking video? Dream number 14. Women are being killed. We enter a mysterious castle where all the bodies have been hidden, and we hope to find the culprit. And funnily enough, we do. It was Havoc from Mortal Kombat. Mystery solved. Dream number 15. Everything is all dark, green, futuristic. Next thing I knew, I hear a teenager's voice, and the screen on the communicator starts working properly, and lo and behold, I see Cedric. Yep, it turns out I was in the But Ugly Martians world, which I'm not complaining, because if you've watched my most popular video, my top 5 cartoons I like that no one else does, with 326 views, I actually like But Ugly Martians. But anyway, dream number 16. I was doing work experience in a primary school. I got bored, so I just decided to pull out my camera for memories and film a bunch of little kids. Not a good image. I'm not that idiot Jimmy Savile or Jared Fogle from Subway. Dream number 17. In the shops with the boys. When I say the boys, I mean my music classmates. They were all talking about Squid Game on the bus. I'm trying to decide what I want to buy from the shop, but I give up because I didn't know how much money I have. I do eventually try to count my money later on. However, I kept losing count and having to start all over and over again. But thankfully, the lads were being very patient for me. I threw a glass bottle out of the way and also out of frustration as well, but it ricocheted 3 times and hit me in the back of the neck. So I said, no throwing bottles. However, just as I said that, a load of older blokes walked past me, so they decided to take a load of glass bottles and throw them at me deliberately. We ran away, however I lost the lads. I walked for a bit only to see someone who I have not seen since my first day at Freeman Park campus Leicester College, way back on the 19th of November 2018. An old primary school classmate, Chloe May Ryan. We spoke for a bit to catch up what we were up to. We go round her house to her bedroom, or as I like to call it, boudoir. However, her boyfriend comes home, turns me around and says, stop talking to my girlfriend, and wrestles me to the floor. And I still never found out how much money I had, because at that point I woke up, very sweaty might I add, like to the point where my bracelets were soaked. Dream number 18. I had a dream where me, Light to Dark, and Inkbeddy had a threesome. I was very disappointed when I woke up. I've never been in the attic in my house. Maybe I should go up there to see if there's a lamp with a genie who can help me make that dream come. Anyway, and this isn't the first time I was disappointed either. I remember one time in real life on the 17th of October 2018. What are the chances of this happening? I was chilling in the bus stop after a day at St. Margaret's campus, Leicester College, when out of nowhere 2 girls from America who I'd never met before just come up to me and give me their number. However, there was a catch. They didn't give me their number because they wanted to. They gave me their number because they were Jehovah's Witnesses. That is outrageous. But to be honest, even if they weren't, I would have probably still have to decline anyway, because at the time I was with my first girlfriend. Dream number 19. I had a dream where I had a six-pack. Nice. Nice. Dream number 20. Getting lost, trying to find the X84 bus. The bus that I used to get when I used to go to Freeman's Park campus, Leicester College. I thought I left my bag in the bus, had a panic attack, so I decided to run back and find it when I found it was not in the bus, but in the co-op. I'm having to run back before Mum gets home from picking the kids up from school. Again, woke up very sweaty. Dream number 21. I'm trying to pause a video to show picture of me to light to dark, but it's not working, because every time I try and pause it, it was either too early or too late. It was also like some rude anime picture as well to show light to dark as well. And then we saw Lee May from Mortal Kombat. Just sitting around, chilling out, hanging out. Not with a noose. Dream number 22. A video of Blake showing his garden with him talking, but then a jump scare pops up. So I decided to send it to everyone, and my mum sees it, I hear her scream, then she says, "I didn't appreciate those heart attacks." Because in real life, I do make her jump by standing behind her. Dream number 23. I went into a booth because I thought it was a photo booth, but it actually turned out to be some arcade racing game instead. And it did take photos during play. How ironic. Dream number 24. Because of that one episode where they fused bodies, I dreamt that SpongeBob and Squidward swapped houses. Dream number 25. An Arnold Schwarzenegger stand-up, and him telling a load of shit jokes. The reason why this is going so fast is because some dreams didn't really have that much detail. Dream number 26. I had a monster-sized Pepsi Max underneath my bed, and I was saving it for college, but then I forgot all about it when I came back from half term, annoyingly. Dream number 27. Talking about how much the common room has changed throughout the 2.5 years I've been in youth education project, with the art and maths teacher. Then my blue bracelet thread come out and I tried to put it through the big hole. In real life, the common room did get moved to another room. Dream number 28. I suffer from eczema, so I dreamt I had honeycomb-shaped spots on my cheeks. Very pretty looking. Dream number 29. There's a creepy spider inside a holiday room that keeps coming back with its stringy elastic web, which was annoying because I was trying to watch 1,000 Ways to Die. Dream number 30. I'm in a shop with light to dark when I come across Haribo packets that has the Scary Maze face on front of it, which reminds me of a previous dream where I saw the face, passed out, and I woke up in a library where I was seeing it more. If you've watched my top 5 things that terrified me as a kid, I used to hate the Scary Maze game. Dream number 31. From one scary thing to another, I dreamt that I was opening a packet of crisps and there was a spider inside it. Mum had to kill it and it was massively twitching, which made it worse for me. Dream number 32. Me and Mum were debating on Phil Lester's hair on the weakest link because Mum said it looked awful. I tried to explain to her that it doesn't look like that now. Until he came out, I didn't understand why his hair looked like that at the time. Dream number 33. Going back to what I was saying earlier about dialogue change, weeks before I had this dream, I watched the YouTuber Mr. Enter talking about the Family Guy episode Peter Raspant. Then I had a dream of exactly that. However, this time around, Pete was dressed like a slut, makeup and revealing black clothes. Dream number 34. Again, what I said earlier about having multiple dreams in one sleep. A. I was seeing some Dr. Eggman hallucination optical illusion. B. Doing that gaming video without Ink Bendy and having my mate Abdi replace her. Wow, that's savage. But then I stopped it because I had already made the thumbnail, and plus I knew it wasn't going to be the same without her, and I didn't want Ink Bendy to get upset. C. Me and Blake were talking about Mortal Kombat 11. Blake said, even though this game is good, I can understand why people hate it. Because in real life, Blake likes Mortal Kombat 11, he just doesn't love it as much as Mortal Kombat 10. D. I was pushing someone's head dangerously close to cars, then pulling them back, like chicken. But then, the last moving vehicle, an ice cream van, was an inch away, that close from hitting the person's head. I was trying to copy a video I saw in the dream. Ordered twin with flake and red and blue sauce ice cream. It was 20 quid, which I didn't expect, because I only had a couple of silver coins, so I had to pay him with a £64 note. 64, 64, 64 Zoolane. I didn't get my change because I woke up. All that still counts as one long big dream because it was in the same sleep. Dream number 35. Old man, Mark Keep, very grey, wrinkled, and no dog with him, knocking on our door saying, "Hello all," and coming inside while we were all trying to watch Lee Evans. It was just me, Mum, and Dad. Dream number 36. To anyone who's not aware, tribophobia, a load of really small holes together, like a crumpet. I dreamt where they made a filter of it that you could put on yourself. Dream number 37. In real life, way back in January, 2 months ago, I did a video saying happy birthday to Marius Rutari. Later, I dreamt that Marius had his own website with his biography. Marius Rutari was born on the 18th of January 2005 in Romania, and his backstory and information, etc., and links to his music. Dream number 38. 2 dreams in one. A. We're in Cortex's castle. Crash Bandicoot constantly saying, "How come?" to me, even though I was trying to save his life, so in a way it was getting on my nerves. B. Sending Mum a 3D hentai video on WhatsApp by accident. Yes, I really dreamt that. Basically, in real life, me and my mates do banter where we send each other memes on Insta. Some of them being explicit. This is why my brain made this dream up. Anyway, the blue ticks showed up immediately before I could delete it, so it was too late. And she showed Dad and Blake, regretted it and wishing it was a dream. And it was. Thank God. Dream number 9. Again, 2 in 1. An old classmate who doesn't go college anymore, emanating Fawcett, one of the people who I did radio with and did a birthday video for last November, and who I've shown in the comments in my Oreos video. He comes back to college, questioning the event that's upcoming, where his timetable is, because in real life his got chucked in the bin. B. Light to Dark saying Full Hearst was shit. And her mum noticed, but didn't really do anything because, you know, she is 18 after all. So it's fine. Dream number 40. 2 in 1 again. A. In real life, I go to a youth group every Thursday where to help young people who with disabilities like myself. I dreamt that John, one of the members of staff, dies and everyone talking about it. B. Someone intimidating me, giving me dirty looks every time I saw him. Then I said, "Your logo sounds familiar," but then he started respecting me. Yep, very strange. Stranger things. Dream number 41. Once again, 2 in 1. A. Me, Erica, and Cetrion from Mortal Kombat 11 for some reason. Wanting ice cream, but Light to Dark being a massive beg about it and not giving some back. B. Me playing as Cetrion, her again, versus Noob, thinking they were siblings in the dream. And the weird thing was, even though I won, he does a brutality on me. Even though I won. Confused.com. Dream number 42. 42, 42, I got number 42. I met Callum's Corner in person, but he nearly walked away because he's had a history of people recognizing him and taking the piss out of him. But then I said, "I'm not a hater, I'm a fan." He cuffed me and left because he couldn't stop because of work. Plus he just had to deal with a group of boys who are haters. The dream came to an end because I got woke up by Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe played by Freddy, and Ben just sent me a fucking photo. Hey up and welcome to Callum's Corner. Dream number 43. On the 14th of February, in the dream that is, Ink Bendy gives me a letter. Normally I wouldn't mind, but because it was that one day of the year where it's all about love. Oh boy. Dream number 44. Back to reality. 22nd of December last year, Mum sent me a video on WhatsApp, and it was a man with no clothes swinging his balls on camera. Honestly, even though it was shocking, It was really funny. So I sent it to my mate Ben and Alex, and I'm going to send it to my mate Ryan in October. Why October? You may be asking yourself. It's because it had a text saying Christmas is coming, and if I send it now in March, it would be a bit strange. The reason why I brought this up is because I dreamt that I sent that same video to Light to Dark. Awkward. Dream number 45. Similar to dream number 43, but this time, instead of Ink Bendy giving me a letter, she rants on about how much she hates love. Talking about, I hate people and I hate fucking people. Even though she's never done that in real life, so what does anyone know? Dream number 46. On a Thursday, I'm at Ink Bendy's house, and Light to Dark isn't there because on Thursdays is my day off. Light to Dark goes to college 5 days a week, and Ink Bendy is all finished with college. Anyways, the two of us are just chilling in the living room, playing games and having a laugh, when we get a video call from who we think is Light to Dark. Because, well, it tells you who's ringing you. And also, because she's at college as well, Ink Bendy swipes on her phone, expecting to see her sister's face, but it turns out to actually be Rusty Nails from the horror film series Joyride. He has Light to Dark fucking hostage, and tells me that me and Ink Bendy have 15 minutes to stop whatever we're doing, to walk to the bus stop, wait for the bus, get on the bus, then walk the rest of the way to college in just 15 minutes. Otherwise, he will slit her throat. So basically, kind of like a game. Did we make it? Well, I don't know, because at that point I woke up. But still, I hope I don't have that dream again. As for the films, well, I've only seen the third film, Roadkill, the one with the races. I have not seen 1 and 2, but I love the third film. Dream number 47. Youth group that I mentioned earlier, getting a new kitchen, because in real life I hate their toaster because it doesn't tell you when the toaster's finished. You have to keep pressing the button. So in this dream, they have their kitchen completely redesigned, but then I start having flashbacks about my deceased granddad, because it looked very similar, very old and fancy. Dream number 48, Red from youth group, sending me memes via emails. Again, like how I do with my mates in real life. But in this dream, the videos weren't working and they weren't sending through. Because I actually did have that problem in real life. However, in this dream, I just kept getting copies of videos and pictures I already had in my gallery. Dream number 49. This time, a 4-in-1 dream. A. Seeing Brad Brooks, an old primary and secondary school classmate, because in real life, I kept seeing him a couple of times for the first time since prom. And in this dream, talking about KFC, because again, real life, he hates KFC apart from the milkshakes. In school, he would say, KFC's crap, I don't like it. So in this dream, I asked him if he still hates KFC, because I remember that video of Phil Lester liking bananas after hating them, and Brad said yes. B. I was at a play where I was seeing holograms of various Horrid Henry characters, both on stage and in the crowd. It was going wrong, just 'cause, you know, Henry was there. What did you think was going to happen? C. Light to Dark out of her shell dramatically. And I mean, she was writing things down so she doesn't forget, swore 3 times, which is not a massive deal, but, you know, her personality. She's an artist in real life, but in this dream, 'cause she's out of her shell, she drew a picture of someone sucking someone else off. Anyways, we were in my room. I was helping her with the headphones, because obviously she's not a tech person. She did it because I helped her, because in real life I've helped her with her confidence, her singing, her writing skills, verifying her channel, taking screenshots and video clips and audio, and how to transfer them into a USB to put on a Mac and iPad. But in the dream, I decided to give her a little cheeky kiss on the shoulder. She stops and says, "What? Marty, no!" She was about to give me a lecture, but then she stops and remembers kissing her crush when she was in Fullhurst. And if she gave me a lecture, she would be a hypocrite. So, in the end, her cheeks just puff up and said, "You did nothing wrong." D. Me, Chloe, and for some reason, Ben Carpenter and Emanating Fawcett, and my mum at an American candy shop. They had everything. Different flavoured M&Ms, Pop-Tarts, Kool-Aid, many more. Everyone had bought something except me, because I didn't want to spend my bus fare money. A thing you need to know about me is I don't like spending my money. Not because I'm greedy like Mr. Mean, it's because I want to save my money for when it's actually needed. Like for my own place, for example. The only time where I will spend my money is Christmas and birthdays. Anyway, back to the dream. The staff at the till, scanning the items, thought Mum and emanating faucet were a thing. Weird. And that was all just one long big sleep. Dream number 50. A. I was trying to do the fatalities in Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe, but for some reason the buttons were all changing and rearranging. In real life, Freddy was obsessing over that game. B. The thumbnail to the gaming video that I uploaded in February was lost, so I had to screenshot it from Instagram post. However, I was worried about the tagged users icon in the bottom left corner, and the thumbnail hadn't been saved in the thumbnail maker app because I had already made a different thumbnail beforehand. What a stress. But thankfully, I woke up to the point where it was a sigh of relief, basically. Dream number 51. A. Bav and Shubs, 2 members of staff at my college, show me their little religious clothing and party. Bav is Sikh, Shub is Muslim. I didn't go. 1, because I'm not religious, and 2, I just went with Light to Dark and Ink Bendy to do their thing. B. For the uninitiated, on the 22nd of February this year, Anna Karen, who played Olive in On the Buses and Aunt Sal in EastEnders, passed away in a house fire caused by a fag in her mouth while she fell asleep at the age of 85. 4 days later, on the 26th of February, I have a dream where present Anne, basically what she looked like before she died, crying to past Anna what she looked like when she was playing On the Buses, about her dead partner, Terry Dugan, who died in 2008. Dream number 52. After watching Phil Lester do this in a video, I have a dream where I mix all my cereals in one bowl, and my choice of cereal was shredded wheat, Rice Krispies, Cocoa Pops and Honey Hoops. Would I try it in real life? Probably. Just not right now because I still live with my mum and dad. I'll put the video of Phil Lester trying it in the description below. Dream number 53. A. DB. Red. Dead. That rhymed. Fred. The cause of death was never revealed in the dream, and I couldn't believe it. And it didn't feel real. Well, it wasn't real, but I just didn't know that yet. To think that we was never going to see him ever again. Because in real life, I just experienced a loss at the time. B. In an EastEnders pub, there was a peacock in the building, and the owner screams and runs away. I know that may sound a bit random, especially considering I don't even like EastEnders, and a peacock. The reason why I dreamt that is because in real life, my mum likes to watch it because it reminds her of her mum and dad. There was a particular episode where there was a mouse in the building and the owner was screaming over a mouse like a baby. Dream number 54. The very rare 5-in-1 dream. A. A picture of Wampa Lewis and his missus with her right tit out, both in bed in an Instagram picture. B. Dad saving the rabbit Cookie off a roof because Bella was stressing out. C. I put red lipstick on myself for some reason, don't know why. I was unable to get it off, so I had to get Light to Dark to help me get it off. The backstory to this dream is, in real life, I saw her put some on herself, but it was chapstick at the same time. D. Me, Ryan, Ben, Rio, Marius, Eunice, Sol, Mornang, Gurney, and the rest of the music group. In some shop, I decided to get my dick out to take a picture and send because of the stupid memes that they send me. But minutes later, after doing that, I get an email saying, uh-oh. I opened it, and the screen on my phone went all red with an exclamation mark on it. A voice said, "We caught you doing that on camera." I got took to the office with the security guards on my case telling me off. And E. Brad Brooks and Ben Carpenter having kids and children's. Dream number 55. A. On a video call with Light to Dark and Ink Bendy. They were outside of McDonald's. It was in the afternoon. 50 minutes in the video call, they start joking around and slapping and flapping, having girly fights, because that is what they do in real life. But in the dream, it goes wrong because it got all turned all violent and ugly. Like to Dark's coke is spilled and completely soaked her new dress. She starts to cry. She's not crying because her coke spills. She couldn't give a fuck about the cuke. Someone could shove the coke up her ass like anal beads for all she cares. She was crying because her new dress was completely soaked. So, I teleported and gave her a big hug to comfort her. Then later on, we watched the video call via WhatsApp playback, which unfortunately doesn't exist in real life, but we wish it did. And then we were watching it, and then we joked about it later. B. Right. This one eventually started something good. I dreamt that Morgan, one of my classmates, killed himself. And even though that's the end of the dream, the aftermath of what ended up happening in real life began. What having that dream ended up doing was, well, as soon as I saw him, I told him about it, and later that day, he messaged me on Instagram saying, "Hey Marty, it's Morgan. I can't lie, after what you said to me today made me shed a tear just now. I feel so lucky to have you as a close, caring friend. You've always made me smile every single day when we were at college together. You're very thoughtful. When you told me about your dream you had, I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon, so don't worry. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being the most caring and loving person I've ever met. I honestly have loads of emotions flooding through me. I wish I gave you a big hug now." The fact that I made his day just makes me smile. And now we have each other on WhatsApp. He's grown more comfortable around me. I've given him advice on his music work, and now he's thinking about joining the youth group. But don't get it twisted, I'm not gay. Dream number 56. I'm in the shop with my music classmates, again. I'm trying to take a picture of me, again. But this time, it wasn't a fucking dick pic. It was with my blue, round John Lennon glasses, hood up, and about to take a bite out of a chocolate bar for my next video thumbnail, which will probably never exist. However, I couldn't do it, not just because Ben had one as well, but also there was a girl at the shop who was mocking us going, "Oh, look at you boys with your chocolate bars, and people say that boys aren't greedy." Fucking cheeky madam. I left the shop, I walked with Light to Dark. A different girl started walking with us, so I said, "Are you the same person that hasn't been texting Light to Dark?" She said, "No, different person." She went in the house, opened her gate and went inside. I was woken up by classic towers from Mortal Kombat 11 over and over again, because at the time, in real life, Freddy was unlocking the severed heads. Dream number 57. A. Meeting the cast of In-Betweeners in person. That was fun and exciting. B. Writing the names of the members of staff on my curtains for reasons I do not know. Moving on. C. Watching Big Mouth again, because in real life I stopped watching Big Mouth because I just found it silly. Because when it first came out with season 1, I was 15, so of course I would like it because I was the target audience. But now that I'm older, I'm 20 now, it's too stupid and immature for me. Dream number 58. Nothing special, just some weird, old and obscure arcade game. There was a buff shirtless man, and there was a text saying the word fatality before Mortal Kombat popularized it. Dream number 59. A. There was a strange blonde teenage girl throwing pebbles at my bedroom window. I open the window, she climbs up the house, she gets in my bedroom and tells me that she's in need because she's lost her phone and she doesn't know where she is. Just as I was about to think of something, Mum comes in and tells her to get the fuck out, which she does. Mum lectures me about how I shouldn't let random strangers in the house, which she is right, but I tried to tell her that she let herself in and she was in need, but Mum wouldn't listen. B. On holiday to Skegness, enjoying myself on the last day until I realised I forgot to record it all for a video. Thought I'd watch some Monstro reacting to his Stimpyland videos. After I play some Crash Nitro Kart, and some of the character icons had both the European version and the American version, and had Monstro's save file in the memory card. I tried to climb inside the fridge, I don't know why, but it was too small. And just as I was about to go toilet, my phone starts ringing and other people need to go too. Dream number 60. My college getting a lot stricter, such as not allowing to call Abdi Big Lad, because in real life I got told off for calling staff member Kendrick Lamar. Dream number 61. A. Dad timing me on a stopwatch how long it takes me to get the bus from college to co-op then home. Although some time was wasted because Dad was talking to the woman about how he's 51, even though he's not. Because I had that dream 3 days after I did Dan's happy 51st birthday video. B. Playing Tekken 5 as Ganryu and beat Jinpachi because in real life I did start playing that game again because I lost my save file from 2018. Dream number 62, emanating Fawcett, coming back to college again and looking at the new changes, new common room and new art room, is the real life events that caused this dream to happen. However, I woke up very confused.com because I thought it was a Saturday and I had to skip breakfast and I was nearly late for college. We're nearly there. Dream number 63. I was talking to my family about Morgan, the same guy from before. Nothing too crazy, unlike Omicron. I was just telling them about what he is like as a person in general. The penultimate one. Dream number 64. After watching that episode of Family Guy where they were trying to find the source of the very first joke, in real life, I dreamt that me, Peter, Quagmire and Joe were walking, well, most of us, Joe's in a wheelchair, to Virginia. We find the Broken Stool pub in Google Maps because that's where we needed to find Cleveland. After we found him, we sat for a bit and talked and had some drinks. Susan, Joe's daughter, was there too, did a shit in the pub and Joe had to do it because no one else wanted to. Well, rightfully so, she's your child, Joe. And for the final dream of this video, the last dream I'm going to be covering, the finale dream, dream number 65. A. It's Christmas time. Just seen a performance, which is something that is I'm going to be doing on the 27th in real life. In this dream, I start feeling emotional for two reasons. One, my mum is gone, no longer with us. And two, I was playing Valiant Hearts, The Great War, and just burst out crying when Ben was trying to talk to me. Because in real life, I just watched Jacksepticeye's reaction on the ending. Link below. B. In real life, my mum and dad were discussing the camera that I mentioned in the beginning. So my brain decided to dream that some thug had actually did get sussed with that camera, like in the adverts. C. I'm making Freddie and Bella having to brush their teeth. The next day, I was walking to college when I walked past rapper Lonsky getting done by the police for stealing a Nintendo Switch. When I get there to college, I see Lily talking to her mates and showing her videos on her phone. She was talking in her home language because there were some bits in the conversation that she didn't want to say out loud. I see Light to Dark and she doesn't notice it, so I had to tell her, but she looks at her screen and her chat is spamming happy birthday with emojis. Turns out, not in real life, but in this particular dream, it was the 3rd of April, because in real life, obviously, her birthday is right around the corner. Good God. You know, it's a good thing. The good thing about these dreams is that, good or bad, is the fact that they're not real. So it's okay, no consequences whatsoever, which is something that Jackie from Friday Night Dinner failed to realise in that one episode. I find it ironic how Light to Dark made a video about her imagination around the same time that I was doing this video. Anyways, that was long, but fun at the same time. So, that was episode 24 of Storytime. That was my imagination. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, then share, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And if anyone out there thinks my videos are crap, let me know why in the comments and hopefully I'll improve. And if you're new to this channel or you just found it, feel free to subscribe if you want. I'm Marty. Bye. I will see you very soon. I'm out. Now I'm going to go sleep. I wonder what I'm going to dream about this time.